Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what your silence means. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So I created a video last week about silence, and I've been contacted so many times about doing a follow-up, and that's what this video will be. So what your silence means, let's jump into it. When you were in the narcissistic relationship, or perhaps you're still in it, one of the weapons the narcissist uses against you is the silent treatment. Now, the silent treatment is something usually that a child will do when they don't know how to respond or behave, and that's what a child will do. Fast forward to the narcissist, that's what they do. They give the silent treatment. Now, you probably hadn't experienced that until earlier on, until you probably experienced it when you were a kid, put it that way, or maybe you gave it to some of your friends. Then you realize that's not proper behavior. You need to communicate with people, and you need to be upfront and tell people how you feel, and vice versa. That's called healthy communication. Bear in mind, in the narcissistic relationship, there's no such thing as healthy communication. It's a one-way street to Destructionsville, and the silent treatment is one way that the narcissist uses this behavior against you. In other words, they don't want you to have a voice. So again, I'm really going to dig into the onion here. When you're in the relationship, what happens? Number one, many times you become an extension of the narcissist. Number two, your opinion and or your voice gets silenced, because virtually any time that you would have a thought or an insight or an idea, it would be met with disdain, or why it wouldn't succeed, or why this wasn't going to happen, or why they didn't want to do it. I'm talking to the narcissist. In other words, they would be putting you down. Keep in mind, again, this did not happen in the euphoric / love bomb stage, the stage when you first met the narcissist, when everything was all unicorns and rainbows. That's when you were the flavor of the month. And that's when they ensnared you in their web of lies and manipulation. Fast forward to the narcissistic fog and or the devaluation stage. That's when most of this happened. And I will fast forward to when the relationship ends also, which is, stick around, you're going to like that part. The point is, when you're in the devaluation stage, you are silenced so many times because you become quiet. Because if you voice your opinion, example, where you want to go have dinner on a Friday night, if you suggest restaurant A, the narcissist most likely will give you reasons why they don't want to go. Or perhaps they'll ignore you, or perhaps they will go and then ignore you when you're at the restaurant, so your experience is totally disrupted. And then you realize over time, on Friday nights when you will go have dinner, you realize to yourself, should I voice my opinion? Should I say where I want to go? And you're like, no, I'm not going to. Why? Because when you're in the relationship and you're in the narcissistic fog, it's so much easier to just submit, because you don't want to get any more abuse. You don't want to experience a rage fit, or you don't want to be put down or be told that your idea of the restaurant, for example, is not a good one. Keep this in mind. Remember, when you're in the relationship with the narcissist, everything is about the narcissist. Your job is to make them look better. Your job is to prop them up. Your job is to be a yes person. Your job is to not question things. Your job is to tolerate poor behavior. Your job is to supply financial support. Your job is to put up with the Dr. and Jekyll mentality and or behavior of the narcissist, which is, out in the general public, everything is beautiful, and you have the best family or relationship on the planet, and everybody loves it. It's great. But behind closed doors, that's when you endure most of the abuse. That's when you receive the silent treatment. That's where you are taught and or trained or groomed to behave in a certain way, which is to tolerate the poor behavior of the narcissist, and to basically put it this way. When the narcissist is in a good mood, you're expected to be in a good mood. When the narcissist is not in a good mood, you can't be in a good mood. You're supposed to be a reflection of them. You're supposed to be, however they treat you, that's your job to take it. And that's why a toxic narcissistic relationship is not beneficial for you. It never has been, it never will be, and it can't be right now, no matter who the narcissist is with, because the narcissist, all they want to do is take, and when they're done, they want to do what? That's right, they want to take more from any individual, which for a period of time was you. Now, getting back on track, what your silence means, you understood this throughout the relationship, that something was off with this individual who turned out to be the narcissist, or maybe there were many narcissists, who knows. But you realized quickly that you either had to toe the line and behave and play your role, or do what you were being groomed to do, because keep in mind, you didn't know what narcissism was. You just, most likely, let's say it's a romantic relationship, you were in love, and you thought that this individual, who perhaps was your partner or spouse or whomever, you thought that they or just having a bad day, or they just had a bad week, which turned into a bad month, a bad year, a bad decade, who knows? But you tolerated the poor behavior because you were trying to get back to that euphoric stage. We now know that, yes, there were periods of time when you did get back to the euphoric stage or the love bomb stage for a little bit of time, and then as soon as you got comfortable and you were happy, boom. No, it had to be disrupted. That's when the narcissist again threw a monkey wrench in the relationship, and of course probably gaslit you or stonewalled you or gave you the silent treatment, on and on. But this video is about what your silence means. Now, once the relationship has ended and you have put the pieces of the puzzle together and you are well on the healing path, or you have healed, and you're processing what your role in the relationship was, and you're understanding and being completely authentic and genuine to yourself that you were manipulated, you were taken advantage of, and you did tolerate poor behavior. Most likely you said things you thought you would never say, did things you thought you would never do, tolerated behaviors you certainly never thought you would tolerate, because again, perhaps you were in love. And that you had to acknowledge that. Again, another thing you had to figure out is you had to figure out the definitions, the glossary, the terms on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And one of them is the silent treatment. When you put these pieces together and you couple that with your experience in the toxic relationship, and you zoom out and you say to yourself, oh my goodness, like, I can't believe how much I tolerated. I can't believe how much poor behavior I put up with. I really was in a zombie-like trance state. I really was an extension of this individual. I really did do what they wanted me to do when they wanted me to do it. And I really did look the other way and not pay attention to red flags. I did not trust my instincts or my intuition. But guess what? Now I'm out. And now I am getting empowered. Now I'm becoming awakened and aware. And now what the silence means, what your silence means, it means now you get the message. It is now checkmate in the past narcissistic relationship. It means you have won. It means that you now see the light. You now understand who that individual or individuals were, and that, yeah, they did exhibit poor behavior. And one of those poor behaviors was the silent treatment. But now it's your turn to be silenced. And your silence means many things. One, it means you have absolutely closed the chapter on the book of that relationship. Number two, my hope is you've gone no contact, blocked them, removed all people associated with them, including flying monkeys, and you are living your best life, or you are on the way to living your best life. And the third thing is you are healing, and or you have healed. You understand that you were manipulated, you were taken advantage of by a person who was nothing but a predator. They wanted to disrupt your life. They wanted to extract your resources, which they did, but they can no longer do that. Why? Because what your silence means is it's over. You get it. You are now strong. You now have a superpower, which is coming through the narcissistic abusive cycle. You are a winner. You are a warrior. You've actually done something that many people, A, don't have the opportunity to do, B, that many people don't ever get the wisdom to have the chance to do it, but C, now you have now, because you've gone through the narcissistic abusive cycle and because you've healed or you're well on the healing path, this is a superpower. Now what you do naturally is you go back and look at past relationships, perhaps teachers, neighbors, friends, family members, who knows, and you identify, you know, maybe some of these relationships weren't the healthiest. Maybe that's the reason why you didn't go back for Christmas time or holiday season to visit parts of your family, because there was too much negativity, let's put it that way. Now, I'm not saying everyone's a narcissist or toxic, not at all. I'm saying that once you come through the fire and you rise through the ashes like a phoenix, because you've conquered the narcissist, because it's checkmate, because you've won, because it's game over, and now you have this superpower and you see the world through a brand new set of eyes. You see it so differently than most average people because you have experienced something that is one of the most difficult experiences to break on the planet, which is the narcissistic abusive cycle. And now you are in the third version of yourself. Remember, there are three versions of you. There's the version of you before you met the narcissist, the version of you when you're in the narcissistic relationship, living in that trance-like, zombie-like state. And the third version is when you break the cycle, you exit it, you block them, go no contact. And that's what your silence means. What it means is you are now empowered. You now don't tolerate poor behavior. You now put yourself first, second, and third. You're now living in the third version of yourself, which is the best version possible of yourself. And no longer have you any reason to put up with any poor behavior. You don't have to explain yourself. Your silence says everything. So what your silence means, it means this is now your time. It's your life. It's your path. The future is bright for you. I can assure you. You have so many things going for you. And your silence, what that means, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to defend yourself. You've already most likely tolerated and or endured the smear campaign. What did the smear campaign do for you? Absolutely nothing other, and believe me, the smear campaign is very difficult. If you went through it, please drop comments below. But what it did for you is it just weeded out all the toxicity in your life. It weeded out people who never cared about you, people who didn't love you, people that wouldn't be there for you. And guess what? Those exact same people you're thinking about right now, listen, their lives go just like this also. Nothing is linear. So I don't wish ill will on anybody. I never have. I never will. I'm not going to start now. I'm just saying that many of those people, in retrospect, one day they will get the light bulb moment and say, wait a minute, I was fooled. That person who had the smear campaign against you, they actually are not a healthier individual, and they actually did not tell truths. And then these people that I'm talking about, the flying monkeys, the people that listen to the smear campaign, many times they don't want to listen. But the point is, there are times where when they say to themselves, wow, actually, this person, which was you, they were right the whole time. But your silence, what it means is you don't have to explain yourself, because those people, they weeded themselves out a long time ago. So that's their life. Let them do it. God bless them. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are. Remember, you are not alone, and your silence speaks volumes. Your silence means that you are empowered. Your silence means that you don't have to explain anything to the narcissist or anybody. Your silence means that you now have serenity and peace, and abundance is all around you, because your energy is not being disrupted anymore. You are now living your best life. Things are settling in for you. You're looking up. Things are improving. You are doing better each and every day. So your silence, what it means is welcome to the third version of you. Welcome to empowerment. Welcome to enlightenment. And welcome to your new life. Guys, you are not alone. Remember that. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. And finally, remember, each and every one of us on the healing path, we are all on the same path, headed in the same direction. We are simply taking different footsteps. You may be in front of me. You may be behind me. You may be walking right side by side, but I can assure you I'm on the same journey as you. So keep that in mind. Continue to stay strong. Continue to be stoic. Continue to be in control of your life. And that's it, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great time wherever you are on the planet. You're not alone. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye, guys. And it's warm.